What? Okay. Hey guys. I am 3+Kei. I could probably show this. Does that, yeah. This was an accident. I was taking a video. And because I'm old, I took a picture instead. I am 3+Kei. I'm here to encourage you to pursue the smile by prioritizing the Lord, your physical health, and persistent education. And this space right here is called the Secret Heart Club. It is meant for the oddball Christians and the Christ curious to come together and all right. This walk can cost you, and I think it's a wonderful thing when you can find community with others, and depending what you're into. Let me back up. I think sometimes it can be difficult for those of us who before Christ, BC, in our lives, we were already like some type of misfit, renegade, that sort. And it could be difficult to find your place in the community. And sometimes people, the average person is average, right? And so that means you kind of like go along, go with the flow, watch football on Sundays or Mondays or Saturdays or whenever it is, and you just kind of do these things that everybody does, and I think that's perfectly acceptable. Sometimes the Lord makes you a little wonky. I'm gonna be honest. I'm wearing a sock right now. I'm wearing one sock. I'm wearing one sock and an orange sock, and I think it has mushrooms on it that are sticking its tongue out. Just one sock. Type of vibes over here. And I also want to talk to you about this Yum box that I got from Goodwill and what that has to do with anything. So let's talk about absolutes for a second, right? We live in if you live in the West, there's a phrase, my truth. And if you say this in certain religious settings, it doesn't go over very well at all. And the reason why is because the what will be said is like it's only one truth, and it's the Lord's truth. And that is correct, right? The objective truth, like the sun is hot, that's an objective truth. You might come along and say, well, it's not that hot because it's this many degrees as compared to whatever, right? And that is your truth, that the sun is not that hot. But the fact of the matter is that the sun is hot because the Lord gave us measurements for what hot is. It's just your preference or your experience or your perspective of how hot is hot. But the Lord already gave us measurements for what is declared as hot. Does that make sense? And so people come along and they say my truth, and there's different, thoughts in this kind of thing. And that can often be met with, while the person is sincere and speaking from their heart and not attempting to be offensive, sometimes when people use phrases like my truth, it is offensive to those of us who believe there is just one truth, but dare I say, and don't get mad at me, but it is possible for there to be an objective truth. This container is hard. Objective truth. This container is very hard. Also, somebody's experience can temper what they how they perceive that objective truth. So let's say I'm and forgive me, a guy that makes steel, or like a welder or something like that. You can tell this is plastic. If we brought a welder on here to talk about what is hard material, this plastic box probably wouldn't pass the test, right? So let me see. Our guy 5876 says, "Don't make things complicated." That's actually my point, right? Because God's truth is not complicated. However, we are 8 billion people with 8 billion different perspectives and experiences, so it can get complicated, right? And because part of our job as Christians also is to relate with one another, it's a good thing to at least consider that somebody else has a different perspective. Boom. So God's objective truth. Sun is hot. My truth. Sun is hot, not that hot. I've seen hotter. God's objective truth. This is hard. A steel welder or whatever, you guys know what I'm saying? Not so hard. And so for that, acknowledging that people have different perspectives is important. And if you've been around, to sum it up, important for evangelizing as well, to understand, why don't you think this is hard? To know how to ask questions. Why is it, what in your experience makes this not hard? Or why would you say that the sun, okay. I say all that to say, in absolutes, over this way, Christ-side way, there are two absolute truths, non-negotiables. You want to hear what they are? And I stole this from somebody else, and I was like, yeah, that's... And the reason why this subject even came up, it was like 5 years ago, I was talking to other believers in the kingdom that couldn't possibly conceive of somebody having a different perspective than them. And then I came across this absolute. So the two absolutes, okay, are the world keeps changing. The world is going to continue to change. We're going to be, this isn't like a deep philosophical thing. It's why I brought this out, actually. Your life, you're going to have kids, your body's going to change, you're going to learn things, The world is going to keep changing. If you live in North America, Trump's in office right now. If you don't like it, wait a couple years. Somebody else is going to be in office. And so the world goes around and around and around, right? It's actually why I bought this box. I'm a social worker and I have 3 businesses also that we're running on the ground, and I'm having an issue. Before for a year, I've been working from home, so I can eat whenever I want. I can do whatever I want. And now my roles are changing and I'm on the road frequently, right? And because for those of you who don't know, I'm a competitive power lifter. So the way I eat, and especially how much water I drink, is vital to my success for this competition coming up. I want to be one of the strongest women in America and definitely the strongest woman in Montana. So I have to do certain things, right? My life has changed. I've been so resistant to it. I've had a number of people talk to me, listen, Lakeitha, you can't take on this job because you're on the road too long and you can't drink water and blah, blah, blah. So I was at Goodwill and I saw this thing, which was cute. And it said, oh, you can't see it, but it says like grains and vegetables and dairy, and you kind of like put each one so that you're eating healthy and you've got what you need. The world keeps changing. Our lives keep changing. So what are you going to do about it? The other absolute, the second absolute, number one, first absolute, the world keeps changing, my guy. The second absolute, God never does. God never, he doesn't. He was good yesterday. He's good today. And he'll be good tomorrow too. So me knowing my life is changing, I'm getting busy, and there's a strong need for me to be nourishing my body in specific ways. And I was so resistant to it and didn't know what to do about it besides what somebody told me, you need to pack your food for the next day. So I was in Goodwill getting a crock pot. Obviously not in the aisle I was supposed to be in because it's Goodwill. You're going to go everywhere. And the Lord brought this to my attention. This isn't even something I would normally look at. So the Lord knows the need. It's only $3. The Lord knows my wallet. I don't know how much sense that makes to you guys. But life is going to keep lifing. And at some point, I'll tell you one thing for those of you guys who are like always here. I live stream every night. I had committed to that until January 28th, which was like 290 days of straight live streaming every night. And recently, there's been a whole lot of hiccups in that plan because there's things I'm supposed to be doing that I really haven't been addressing, and it's kind of messing up. And so I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I asked the Lord to help me get back on track. You know, and I want to tell you this one thing. Part of getting back on track was him revealing, I have a few people around me probably that shouldn't be around me because I'm so friendly, and it's like it's really been highlighted maybe the last like 4 days or so. It's like there's some people you just can't associate with, you know. And then we've got this. And then the reason why I have one sock on and the sock is orange with mushrooms sticking their tongues out is because I just hung out with my 5-year-old niece, and that's what she wanted to give me. Oh, can you see it? You know. Jesus is cool, man. It's kind of crazy because like, and I'll also tell you this. Sometimes and this is something I've learned over the course of a lifetime. Sometimes you're going down like this road and you're like moving toward a direction, and the Lord will kind of whisper to you a little bit, and and I always think it's very important to pay attention, because he's trying to get you off a road before disaster strikes, And something I'm also familiar with is sometimes the Lord whispering to you is not removing things from you, but it's giving you all the opportunity. Let's say you can't swim, and the Lord will lead you into a pool area, and for whatever reason have you talking to somebody on the deep end, and the person you're like, I'll hold your hand, like, trust me. The person is saying this, trust me, don't worry about it. And you have a thing in your head, you have a notion in your head that's like, I don't really know this person like that for me to be going in 15-foot water and I don't know how to swim. Sometimes that's presented to you as well. So you gotta pay attention. I always tell people, like, God is talking to you all the time. And it's up to you to pay attention. And also, you got to be honest with yourself. If you don't want to listen, just say that. Just say, I don't want to pay attention to what the Lord is trying to tell me because what I'm doing feels great. What I'm doing is, I'm going to keep doing this. Just say that then. You don't want to listen, just say that. And then it's easier when everything falls apart, because you could just be like, oh, it's my fault. A lot of people blame God. Listen. A lot of people blame God when he told you, break up with that man, stop smoking that, stay away from there. He gave you all the signs. You went there and it was closed. You smoked that and you got sick. You got with that man and he cheated. The Lord will tell you all these things. So I didn't really answer the question of like why I haven't been around, but it's a lot of all that. Not those things, but and I'm ready to come back. I don't want to see what's, when you're just like, you're hopping down a path and I don't really want to see what happens next, because also in my life, and well, I'm going to have to, if you know me personally, just, we can talk about it personally, but, and you guys will see over time, but I have a lot of great opportunities instead that the Lord is providing for me if I will just repent and give up what I've been doing. It's so clear to me. It's very interesting. So, two absolutes in the world. The world will keep changing, and God never does. He really does want, like, good for you. What else we got going on? What I do today? I've been doing the crash out of the day. I'm kind of careful talking about it because I don't want people to catch like the end part and be like, oh, it's time to crash out. And it's like, no, you got to do, I don't want to call it like a godly crash out, because that sounds like, that doesn't sound good together. But I think maybe like a week and a half ago, I was like, what if I just like did what I want to do? Like, I pursued doing crazy stuff, like what I want to do. It should be, and so I called it the crash out of the day. It should be noted. I don't want anybody to get it twisted. These are sweet things that I'm doing. So on Monday, I milked I milked 20 I helped milk 24 goats. I got up at like 4 in the morning, went to a retired people's ranch, and I milked some goats with a 15-year-old boy and a man named John. Okay. I bought a memory. I bought a game, like a memory game that I thought was really fun. Today, I'm spoiling it for Ben if Ben is on here because he'll get the video. But today, I got invited by my coworker. Her little girl does Irish dancing. So I went there and showed out. Watch some Irish dancing today. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'll be able to get a picture while I'm driving, but I have 2 dream cars. You guys know about the AMG, the G-Wagon. That's the big one. If you see me in that G-Wagon, guys, I don't know where I would be going. Probably go get some pancakes. That would be crazy. Wrap it up. If you see me in a $220,000 car, bruh, I can't even. But anyway, the other one, the more realistic one that I actually, don't let me buy it. I might mess around and buy it. Is a Khalil is a Forerunner. That was what I was gonna buy this year, and then I had a thought. You can now get Pursue the Smile merch in Stormy's salon. You got to be in Montana to get it. But Stormy was like, "Why don't you have your merch in other stores and let me like introduce you to this person and that person?" So that's one little plot twist of next year is Pursue the Smile merch in stores where you can go get it. So y'all tell me, or I'll tell you a little story. Afton's 13-year-old was like, "Are you gonna get your Forerunner?" And I was like, you can't just go out buying things that you want. You have to figure out the things that the business that needs tending to, right? And so if my merchandise is in stores, am I about to buy a $50,000 vehicle when it's just me, just so I can feel like Big Key in these streets? Or do I put that money into merch and flip it and share with the community and let the community know about the James House? So the answer is obvious to an adult, right? Nevertheless, I'm going to go test drive a Forerunner tomorrow because why wouldn't I? Levi is my internet son. Merry Christmas to you. To you. Merry Christmas to you. My cat is biting my toes. It bees like that sometimes, my guy. Sometimes them cats. That's why you gotta leave the cats alone. They'll nibble. They'll take a nibble out of them toes. Yeah. And for that matter, I mean, God willing, I think I decided, man, next year is gonna be. I'm trying to I'm breaking it to the people around me very slowly. What I got was kind of like going on and like the new things. What's your new hobby, Levi? But for the finale, because I think about it all the time, this will be the last daily live stream. And then I know people do like the live stream, so it'll probably, if I could call it, it would be something like a longer, you know what I mean, like a 4-hour stream on like Friday or Saturday nights, because I know, not to give my business out, but when I was really up to no good and in these streets, a thought I had so many times was, man, I wish there was anything else to do on a Friday or Saturday night. Because when you think about your Friday and Saturday nights, when you're not up to any good, it's ratchet. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. It's ratchet. You're smoking, drinking, 3 times, you know. Levi's playing basketball. Basketball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway, for January 28th, I'm gonna send out the bat signal. And hopefully have a cool thing going. Let me see. Levi says, my 2 lizards are sleeping. They go to bed at 9. You got them lizards on, Levi. You got them on a bed schedule. Let those lizards live. And live. I mean, if I'm honest though, 9 o'clock is, you know, when you think about it, like if you ask the question, when is a good time to stop walking around at night? Like, when is it time to get up in the house? 9 o'clock is pretty good. So I think if it's good enough for a human, it's good enough for a lizard. I saw a video, it's actually pretty funny. I don't know who's watching and how funny if you're a little uptight, but it's black folks with our pets. And I watched that video, I was like, that is legitimate. Legitimate. It's like treating the pets like straight up kids. And so anyway, this one woman, she had Ben's on here, he'll appreciate it. She had a fish tank, and she had like 4 or 5 fish in there, and the one fish kept nipping at the other fish, so she put the nipping fish in timeout. Like scooped him and then like kept him in the water, and he was in timeout. And she was like, y'all, you know, you're my babies. You could be free right now. You know, he's on timeout. And it's like that. Yeah. All right, guys, listen. How do we stop it? I'm gonna tell you this. We end at 7:30, but we might be doing a little 7:45 for the next few days. I'll tell you why later. But just wanted to remind you of the 2 absolutes. The world keeps changing. Things are gonna happen. It's gonna get crazy up in these streets from time to time. If it's always crazy and chaotic in your life, to be honest, that could be a you thing. That really is. That's probably you. Because we don't serve a God of confusion. So if you are always confused and always upset and it's always chaos and this person said this and you got to go talk to her, if you always have that going on, boo boo, it's probably you. It's probably you. And these things are going to happen. Life is going to fluctuate and be circular. But the other absolute is that God does not change. He wants to love you. He wants to be in relationship with you. He wants to help you. He wants to comfort you. He wants to give you strength. He wants to meet your needs. He wants to love you. Did I say that? That's worthy. I'll say it again. God wants to love you. Not only does God want to love you, God does love you. So if anybody's listening and they're like, God doesn't love me, Henry down the street told you that. And Henry is dead wrong. And he'll meet his day. Don't worry about what Henry has going on. God loves you. God wants a relationship with you. That's a full, there's not like a, pursue a relationship with Jesus Christ and see what happens, my guy. See what happens. Oh, shoot. Gotta have this. I gotta call this person. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Life is out of order. People want to be a part of Pursue the Smile. And I got this phone number. I know it's backward. I have this phone number recklessly over here as if. Pray for me, y'all. Somebody told me, it was an ex-pastor, this guy named JD. I'm going to leave you with this. He told me last year, I think when we hit 1,000 subscribers, and now we're at like 6,000 maybe. But he sent me a text message, and we just used to work together a long time ago. And he was like, I need you to be careful because you've got this YouTube channel and you've got Pursue the Smile and you're encouraging people toward the Lord. I need you to know that the devil will attack you. So be aware of that. And that did happen. But to my previous point, what's happening now is me. I just want to run out in the meadow. So pray for me. I'll talk to y'all later. 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Every night. Bye. Talk to you later. Bye, Levi.